So I have put in just under 40 hours of playing this game, and here are my final thoughts on Dragon Ball Xenoverse. So I have played all the available story quests from the main game, along with the majority of the parallel quests, and that includes the DLC that is currently out as of the time of this recording. And I must say I thoroughly enjoyed this game. The game was difficult to someone who doesn't do fighting games like I do, but after streaming the game over the past week and getting tips from people in my stream, it became easier. Now, not easy as in I just smack my controller and I win. I still had to use capsules to heal myself. I still had to redo quite a few of the quests because I was bad at them. But I was able to more efficiently and effectively beat them and get higher rankings. So some complaints I have about this game, I guess some of these will repeat from my first thoughts video. If you haven't seen that, I'll put the link in the description below. During the computer cutscenes, when the NPCs talk, their mouths don't move. That takes the immersion out of the game for me. If you're gonna have voice acting, for the love of God, have the mouth move when they're talking. And the same can be said for other cutscenes. The audio and the mouths don't sync up. I felt like I was watching old school Godzilla movies when that was happening. Trunks. Oh God, Trunks. So, as you play the game, Trunks is the main NPC you talk to drive the storyline. He's the one who sends you on the quest, for the most part. And during the quest, at times he'll help you get through the quest, or he'll do something to trigger the next event of the quest. However, he's just downright annoying. The voice actor they picked for him didn't help. He doesn't fit Trunks. A few times he does go on the quest with you. He's useless. Utterly useless. There was one time he literally just circled above my head while I was fighting the enemies, just flying around in circles. And after you beat the NPCs, he takes credit going, "We're such a good team." No, we're not. You're useless. Some of my most enjoyable moments of this game was when I got to kick his butt. There were a couple of them, and they are beautiful. I didn't really spam or use Kai abilities. I just punched and kicked them to death. I do wish we had more gear to pick from. I spent so many levels in the same gear near the mid and end game, whereas in the start of the game, it seemed like every saga there was new gear for me to buy that enhanced my character some way. Now I'm just standing around in the same clothes for so many levels. They need to work on that, in my opinion. Another problem I have, if you pick a Saiyan to play at this point in time, you cannot go Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan 4. That doesn't feel good. I want to be able to go all the stages of Super Saiyan. You're already setting our character up to be just as strong, if not stronger than Goku. I mean, we have to fight him, we have to beat him. We have to beat the bosses that he was having problems with. So why not let us go Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan 4? The AI at times can be really bad. As I said about Trunks just flying around in circles, when the AI is on your team, a lot of times they are very bad. But there are times when they're good. But the same character versing itself in a parallel quest, the AI on the enemy will be much better than your AI. That's something I think needs tweaked out. Either be horrible, which will be a bad idea because in the game would suck, or be decent for both sides. Another thing I can understand for gameplay, I still don't like the fact that you can't just stay Super Saiyan. The AI can stay Super Saiyan, and at times that makes quests very difficult. They will just spam attacks on you. It reminds me of the old days doing Battlegrounds in World of Warcraft and being chain stunned by a rogue. Just sap, 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 sap. Here you got big, hard-hitting abilities hitting you back to back to back to back to back. Things I did really enjoy about the game. You get to be a Saiyan. All the Dragon Ball fans I personally know have always wanted to play a Saiyan. The ability to go Super Saiyan is just awesome. In this game, allowing you to make your own character, be a Saiyan, and go Super Saiyan, awesome. Another thing I really enjoy is you have a huge selection of abilities to pick from. Some you can buy from the skill store, or the majority of them you do get from doing quests. An example being, I could have got Kaioken from the skill store, but I got Kaioken times 3 from a quest. So there was no reason for me to buy the lower quality one. Another thing I like, I was very leery of this to begin with because it didn't seem like it was happening. But the further along you get in the main story quest, the more the characters remember you from past events. There is a cutscene where you show up, and I believe it was Cell going, "Not you again." That was awesome. The fighting is fun. Once again, coming from a person who doesn't play fighting games, I found the fighting very enjoyable. I wasn't having to do ridiculous combos to get stuff off like I had to do back in the day on Sega Genesis for Mortal Kombat. I just held down the trigger button and I was able to use abilities. Or if I wasn't going to use an ability, I know pushing these two buttons, one's going to punch, one's going to kick, one's going to either dodge or teleport me behind the enemy. That was awesome. So like I said, almost 40 hours of game playing into this game. And if you are a Dragon Ball fan, I really cannot say enough. I highly suggest this game. I haven't had this much fun in a Dragon Ball game since the Game Boy Advance games. And the DLC that's currently out, it does extend the storyline, and it does make some fun and intense fights. So seriously, pick it up. It's a fun game. I don't know what else to say. Just go buy it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, consider subscribing, and until next time, later.